What in the world is going on? Hey! Time to move, ladies! Junior high is now in session. Ding, ding. Good afternoon. It is Sunday after church, and I'm out here to move the cattle again. They're moving off now, but I was going to ask you guys if you could tell which ones were the Mashona and which ones were not. But I'll go ahead and walk through them here in a minute, or at least I'll drive over there and see if you can tell. See if you can pick them out. Any ideas which ones were the Mashonas? Here comes another one. Here comes another one. Hey ladies. Hint. All these white tags right here are Mashonas. All of these right in through here. Here comes another one back there. Here's one right here. Right there. She looks a little thin. You kill your four-wheeler, they just start coming to it. I don't know what their deal is. Oh, hey, look here behind me. What do you say, ladies? What do you say, ladies? Where's your boyfriends? Huh? Where's your boyfriends? Hey, hey. Don't. She's gonna eat the phone. Don't eat the phone. There's a boyfriend right back there. They say, oh, you got a little knot on your neck, girl. That may be a goiter. You got a knot. Hey, girl, I bet that's a thorn. Did you get a thorn in your neck? You gonna let me look at it? Huh? Let me see if you got a thorn. Come here. Come here. Let me feel of it. Nope. She says it doesn't bother me that bad. Here comes another one back here. See, they're just walking right up in here. There's Shona Bull. Get a look at his condition. Hey, big fella. Oh, we all know who that is. Don't you know who that is? The infamous skunk tail. There he is. Looks the same year round. Him and that old horn bull are real close. Look at that. Look at that bull. I mean, he just, golly. Man, if they could stay in that condition. God. What do you say, buddy? Well, I'm wanting to kind of get a look. You know, I turned them out with the big herd because that was the number one step to the drought plan, was to combine the herds. And I was anxious to see how they, what do you say, girl? I was anxious to see how the Mashonas did, you know, with this kind of competition. Because, I mean, if they can't function for us with this kind of competition, then there's an issue, you know, for me. And the cattle are down there freaking out. Okay, so look at this. I don't know if you can see the rest of the cattle down there. They've gone down to where the gate is, and the gate's shut. They're just running around like the world is coming to an end. And then you got the Mashona. And the Mashona cross, the red tag over there. All right, let's ease down there and see. Look at them. That's not very good energy conservation in the wintertime. You guys got to do better than that. Let's head down that way. We'll let them get back here a little ways, and then we'll go back. Let's go, ladies. Not very full. Not very full. Oh, Rocket, is that you, boy? I had to put Rocket in. He was needing to go with the cattle. For y'all that don't know, Rocket is half Mashona, half Baran. Here's I guess a sister, half Mashona, half Baran right here. Isn't she pretty? Oh! So what I'm fixing to do is kind of how I keep them from getting sour to the pens. I'm going to take them right by the pens into a pasture. So they're going to basically go on the same route that they would if I was going to pen them. So it's going to help when they go right by. Because then the next time I bring them, they'll be easing along there and they'll turn. They won't go by and they'll turn and go into the pens and think, oh, he's sending us to another spot, another great spot. That's how it's supposed to work anyway. Everybody's got a cow and a bull named Bob, don't they? I don't know why they call him Bob. Relax! Relax! Look at that dude right there. He's in pretty good shape. I just put him out. He was Rocket's buddy. Rocket needs a buddy. Anyway, that was so he wouldn't be alone. I love it when a plan comes together. So what do you have to say for yourself? I got those cattle moved in here all by myself without World's Greatest.
That's good.
I would say it's the hat, but I don't have the hat on. Some friends of ours gave Lisa the hat that said World's Greatest. They sent me a hat that said World's Greatest's husband. And they didn't mean husband as in I'm the greatest husband. It was I'm World's Greatest's husband.
Husband of World's Greatest.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they made it perfectly clear. It's only because I'm related to World's Greatest. Come on, ladies. Woo! Come on, ladies. Woo! There's a Mashona Angus. She's already got a baby. That ain't right. I'm sorry. That can't be right. What is that? That's the Coriani Mashona bull calf. And he is already claimed. Gotta get a little stretch in this morning. Oh yeah. Normally when they're in this pasture, we would be putting them in the pens when we get them in here. So this is going to be good for them to take them out the backside here into another pasture. That's always good when you can change it up around kind of where you bring them in. You shouldn't have to. You know, that's one of the things that Bud always used to talk about. You know, if you do it right, you'll drive them in the pens and they'll stand there with the gate open. And I've made the comment before, I'm no Bud. So I still have to cheat him a little bit, and he'd always say, you'll pay for it. And sometimes we do. But for the most part, we get it done. There's another bull over there. He's still in pretty good shape. There's another one down there in the distance, actually two more. They're both in pretty good shape. Showing a Baran. Well, she's a pretty little heifer. This is a difficult move. You can see these are coming. Get my finger in here. These are coming this way and then they're going through. So that means those cattle down there, see, they want to cut short. Remember, I've been talking about peer pressure the last couple of videos. The peer pressure is the movement. The movement is moving that way. So those want to go back before they ever hit this corner and come out. So it may create a little issue here. I don't know. It just depends on if they get to pushing on each other and shove somebody through the fence, which is what they'll do. They wait till somebody gets in there close, and then an old cow will just shove them and knock them through the fence and go, hey, the fence is down. Here comes the little red bull. Yeah, they're coming. She's in good shape, or she should be. Some snotty noses this morning. Woo! All right, we're gonna slip around behind them and keep them coming. Hey, I got a new way to sort calves. Look at that. We sorted the bulk of them off right there, not on purpose. I had to open the other corner gate to kind of get them out. Worked well. Got to do right here is I don't know what hit this and made it pop out of this gap, but this is kind of my temporary gap that y'all seen me working on before. And so the beavers have got it dammed up here, and I don't have time to start fighting the beavers right now. So I got to just get it put back in place, because the cows, I just put them one pasture away. That's where y'all saw me earlier today looking at the Mashona bulls. So I'm going to get this set as just kind of a backup in case something happens and they get out of that for some reason. Okay, we'll see how that works. Okay, so we got that fence fixed, got it down where it's going to keep them from going through the creek. Our first thing to do with our animals was to put them all together, which means we had a separate herd that was Mashona. This heifer right here is a Mashona. And so we put them all in with what I call the big herd, which is the Angus. There's some Corianis in here. And then we put the Mashona in. There's a Mashona bull going in right there. Amazes me how they feel like they all got to come drink at the same time. There's that peer pressure again. Anyway, so we have got, I take that back, we've got Mashona. And then we've got the Mashona Baran. Rocket. One of those. But he just now went in. Everything should be bred by now that's gonna breed in our cycle. So what we're doing in here today is we're kind of looking at the Mashona and just seeing how they're doing with respect to the rest of the cattle. You know, because they're gonna have a lot more competition now. Now, this is the real world. This is how we really do stuff right here. Now, they've been in they've had to do it on their own without any inputs, but they haven't had to compete for forage. Now they got to compete. So it's kind of interesting to put them in here and see how they do that. And so far, they're doing well. The one thing that I'm noticing is that the Mashona cattle really seem to kick their babies off early, which that's not necessarily a bad deal. Here's a Mashona heifer right here. She's gonna calve. That's she's a heifer. So she's late. She got bred, but she's late just a little bit. So that's okay though. But the Mashona cattle, they seem to kick their babies off early. And that doesn't disappoint me. Not upset with that at all. I think it gives them an advantage to be able to maintain their condition as long as their babies do well, and you can still raise their babies. You know, their babies have had enough milk for long enough, and that's only they will be able to know that. And I'm guessing they'll get that from nature maybe. But I'll continue to monitor that, because if it's going to make a difference, it's going to be right now in this setting. You know, with the big herd here. Because they are going to be under some pressure. White tags are Mashonas. You can see the difference, that's for sure. Well, and I almost forgot. At the same time we put the Mashonas in, we put the 50% in. 50% Mashona, 50% the big herd, which is predominantly Angus background. There's that handful of Corianis. This yellow calf is going to be a Coriani Mashona. You can pick those out, but they're predominantly Angus Mashona. And so all of the little red tag heifers came in with the Mashonas at the same time. So they're all together in here. So we're getting to get a look at their performance with competition. And when you got a big old cow like this, that we must have pulled her calf off when we sold early, when we went in and pulled some cows and sold some big calves, must have been one of hers. but she obviously bred late last year. You can tell she's got a calf in her. She's fixing a calf here anytime. And so she really needs to go, because she's one that should be having one in cycle every year. But the way we were having to sort those off, where we were pulling big calves off and trying to sort off dry cows, she would have showed wet because she had a big calf. So anyway, isn't that right, ladies? Huh? Huh? Here's a Coriani Mashona. Excuse me, the red tags back there are half Angus Mashona. This white tag right here, she's going to be, both those two are Mashona. They look pretty good. The bulls all look real good, which is awesome. I'm probably, if I can figure out kind of where I can get them by for about 60 days, I'm probably going to pull them when we get back by the pens here pretty quick. It'll probably be in a week and a half, 10 to 14 days, somewhere in there. Probably going to go ahead and pull them, but that's always subject to change. And I will more than likely try to sort them in the pasture if I think everything will cooperate. I'll have to just play that by ear. But this is the stockpile pasture that I did, one of them that I did the video on earlier, and you can see they're loving it. It's loving them. It's going to give us a chance to kind of let them get some selection right now. And one thing that I learned in the winter time, during the dormant season, when I'm grazing, I want to increase selection. That means I either move them faster in smaller pastures, or I give them larger pastures. So I'm giving them larger pastures because it's easier during this time of year. Less likely, less management intensive. And it works well for me. This is a Mashona here with horns. This is an AI Mashona. We bred to a bull that Jim Weaver had that I don't know that anybody's bred to. He's a nice bull. We're really anxious to see what she throws. You can see it looks like she's got a baby in her. So we're anxious to see that calf. Rocket is not quite sure. And then you got his counterpart, Snow White, over here. She acts like she's just going to be as gentle as all get out. Now see, here comes one of our Angus cows. It's a nice, pretty nice cow. Big rumen, still slicked off. Nice cow. Red tags, Mashona Angus. This old heifer just thinks she has to be in the picture. She's a camera hog. You know, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're watching it because of the title that has Mashona in it. So I'm trying to show as many Mashona and or Mashona influenced animals that we have. And of course, all of the calves you see in here are they're going to be 50% Mashona. Every calf in here is going to be 50% Mashona. The real slick-hided ones, they're all going to be 100% Mashona. Odds are, if they're really, really slick. Now the cows, They're going to be Angus and or Coriani. It's an Angus right here, this orange tag. She's going to be a heifer from last year. You see that red tag right there in the middle of the screen? She's a half and half. And look at her, she looks more like a mashona, her coat. But she's definitely half and half. And you can compare her to kind of this red one that's coming by. That is a full mashona. See how they look very similar. There's a black, half Angus, half Mashona bull calf. Here's some heifers, heifer calves. Here's a little heifer calf right here. Little heifer calf right here. There's one of the bulls. That's my kind of heifer right there. Could care less what I'm doing. She says, man, I just got one job, and it doesn't concern you. I am the master. So I guess the bottom line is, even though the drought forced us to put them in with the big herd, it's probably been a good deal, because it is going to give us a chance to compare them to what we need them to do, you know, in what I call the real world, for our real world anyway. Because the bottom line is, if they can't perform the way we do things, then they won't work for us. So we'll see. So far, though, they perform pretty well. I sure do like the cross, though. I like that half Angus in there because it always gives you a commercial market that you can sell, a commercial calf that you can sell that's recognizable. So I guess that's the look for today. The Mashona are doing great. They look great. No issues. The bulls look great. The rest of the cows are looking great. You know, there's a handful that don't look outstanding, but you know, there always is. And those are the ones that they either just, that's the condition that they kind of maintain, and as long as they still perform, raise a calf, and it's a decent calf, and get bred every year, then I don't care. It doesn't matter. What matters is that they perform. So, and that doesn't necessarily have to be they perform and look fat, as I've already talked about in a video. So anyway, we're excited. We're glad that we're still having good weather, though, too. I know that plays a role. But anyway, thanks for clicking. Thanks for watching. And anytime you see a cow video on our channel, it's going to have Mashona or Mashona influenced cattle in it from here on out. So we'd love for you to watch it. So thanks again, and we'll catch you next time.